the Newmarket Vision AE Middle Park Stakes, where O'Brien aims to get a double today, and you think he will.
That's it. Lovely 2-year-olds. This is the class race, isn't it?
Yeah.
For me, you hit the nail on the head straight away. Great White Eagle, 760,000 guineas purchase. He's got a.
But it's not as good as Australia. Australia's number one.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
Australia's going to be going further. He's going to be 7 furlongs a mile next season. Yeah. But we're looking at Great White Eagle, and what I'd say is that I think O'Brien's been waiting to fill this void of his 6 furlong sprint. He really hasn't had the best of them since, I'd say, something like Star Spangled Banner, something like that. And now, Great White Eagle comes in, 760,000 guineas purchase. He's got pedigree that has been franked by horses like Quarrel that won a 2-year-old group over 6 furlongs as well. Well fancied last time out when he was 3-1 on. I actually think 9-4 is a very good price for this one.
You're going against your hot streak from last week then?
Yeah, I'm going to go against hot streak. I think, as I said, I tipped this up when it won by 5 lengths last time at Ascot. This is a classier race, isn't it?
And he's a 5 furlong horse today. He's a proper 5 furlong horse.
Yeah, because when he was at 6, he pulled quite hard behind Supplicant. And you can't afford to do that today. You need a horse that's going to be a bit
I'm quite
settled.
interested in Supplicant. But anyway, Billy?
Yeah, in less words, I agree with Tom. I think Great White Eagle's the obvious one. I see no reason not to back it. It's a nice light
So you
season.
think sort of the 2-1, 7-4 that's on offer is a fairly good price? You're going for favourites today, Billy?
It's not my kind of bet. Not my kind of bet.
No.
As a selection, yes,
Luke?
I think is.
I think he's opposable today.
Right.
He won nicely last time, but I wasn't impressed with the way he went about it. At 1-3, I'd want him winning on the bridle, but it took him a little while to get going. I think that's fair to say.
It's only his second start, though.
Only a second start, yeah, that's fair to say. But
what about the other Irish contender, Suderman?
That's my selection.
Right, why?
Well, last time he got beat by Tormore,
who
could be anything. I think Tormore is going to be an absolute world beater. And then before that, Suderman was sort of being touted as one of the best. It beat War Command, if I remember rightly. And War Command obviously is the second part of the O'Brien double that you touched on earlier.
Yeah.
But Suderman, I think it's being overlooked a little bit here, to be honest. He wouldn't want it too soft, but it's not too bad today. So
it's a quite long season. It's been on the go since May.
Yeah, one thing that Suderman has got in his favour is obviously the horse that he put behind him quite easily over in the Vincent O'Brien 1. That was my tip yesterday on the 2-1 on Giovanni Baldini.
Not bragging at all.
No.
Get rich with Tom.
No, I think Suderman, I think he'll stay the 6 compared to some of the more 5 furlong suited horses in here, and he's not bad.
The one I am interested in is Supplicant, I should say. Ryan Moore is on this, and I noticed last time he ran, he didn't really get the whip out. I mean, he basically stayed on nicely, stayed on the outside, and it was just hand in the heels in the end. And I think this horse has got a little bit more improvement. I've got a bit to find with Suderman, but what's our thoughts on that? Around about 8-1, 15-2 mark.
Just didn't move me. As you say, it's a step up. Got a chance. I couldn't see any particular value in him at 8-1. But
I think 8-1's good place money. I think he's always ridden prominently. He's going to be bang up there with the pace, and
But on ratings, the Joseph O'Brien ridden and Aidan O'Brien trained Great White Eagle has got a bit to find.
Yeah, but he's got a massive arrow on that rating.
He's rated 108. You've got Suderman 117. You've got to find a bit of chunk of improvement.
But Suderman's run a lot of times, and Great White Eagle's run twice.
No, that's true.
If you can get a rating of 117 running twice, then you're a very good horse.
Yeah. But you've gone for Suderman.
I've gone for. I think he'll win.
Right. Okay. You contradicted yourself there a little bit.
Billy, I'm just defending.
Fair comment. So, Billy, your selection.
I'd give a quick mention to Shamshon, who didn't handle the step up to class last time.
But finished behind Supplicant though,
he did,
and
but
had
again,
every
not
chance.
the most exposed of horses, and I think it's not in here. The connections aren't thinking that it's not got a chance of this. I think I'd be good each way.
Yeah, and Billy did give a quick little mention to Crisellian when he won at 28-1, didn't he, last time?
He did, a quick little mention, so I'll just give my quick little mention on that one. But my tip would be Great White Eagle.
Suderman.
Great White Eagle.
Okay, I think Supplicant has got a good chance. So I think 15-2, 8-1 is not bad. It might well be each way money. I'm not convinced that Great White Eagle's going to win this, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure that going on to the Dewhurst, that Aidan O'Brien's going to win this either. So we're going to have a bit of a debate about this, I'm sure.
Yeah,
very much so.
This is a 2-horse race, undoubtedly.
It's 2 against 2 in there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, War Command versus Outstrip. Billy, your views?
Very often, a horse puts up a really, really outstanding performance and gets beat next time. You see it in Greyhound race, break a track record. So I wasn't too discouraged by him getting beaten. He bounced back last time at the Curragh, and I don't see any reason. He could be a really good colt.
That's Billy. That's key for me as well, attitude-wise. He's been beaten.
But you guys were talking about after a couple of runs that you can improve, and War Command's been on the go since the Coventry, hasn't? And a horse won really well there. Hasn't been the same since. Got beat by Suderman quite fairly and squarely. Won last time. Admittedly not a great race, and now you think it's going to be one of the best horses out there at the moment in Outstrip.
But the length behind Suderman for me is strong form.
Yeah.
We're talking this Suderman, your Turmoil. These are your strongest.
Sorry to interrupt.
Don't worry about interrupting. Don't say sorry either, because we're on the same page.
Link the form in though. If you're talking about the form, Outstrip finished ahead behind Tormore, then Tormore beat Suderman. Suderman beat War Command.
Yeah.
If you're going to take that literally, I mean, you'd be a fool to, but if you're going to take that literally, then
what you've got to look at, and I'll give you that with Outstrip, it was quite an impressive win, wasn't it? Was it Champagne?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, Doncaster.
Yeah.
And that was an impressive victory, but what did he have behind him? The Grey Gatsby.
The Grey Gatsby, the good yardstick. It's a decent yardstick.
I mean, I know what you mean. No, I take the point there, but I think there's going to be I think there's much more improvement in the Godolphin.
That's the key point. I mean, as somebody who looks at handicap form all the time, this isn't about form. This isn't about who's done what. This is about who's going to do what.
Yeah.
And that's the key. And I think War Command has, I think, quite a lot of scope still.
Are you convinced for next season that he's getting his horse?
100%. I'm with it massively with the fact that it's bred by Warfront, and ever since this horse has been so successful, the O'Brien team have put in a massive, bid to get more Warfront colts into their yard, paying huge prices, bring them over from America, and I really think that they can see the pedigree in this one and taking the Warfront colts further on as well.